Yo, it's your boy Lord Kai coming through, and today we'll be doing what if tanjiro had anti-breathing. This is pretty much combined with what if tanjiro had Asta's powers and had anti-breathing. Now, without further ado, let's get started. We see a young Tanjiro in the code seeing his father perform the Hinokami dance as he asks his mom, what is it? What is father doing? His mother would then respond with something that you will be able to do one day too. Tanjiro will then grab some sticks out of the snow, running to beside his father, trying to mimic him. But while he mimics him, Tanjiro's breathing stopped. What? How did it stop? Tanjiro's father would then look down at Tanjiro and think, it couldn't possibly be. Tanjiro, yeah, Dad? Once I begin again, I want you to mimic me again. Oh, okay. Tanjiro's mother is wondering where he's going with this, and then Tanjiro's father starts again. Tanjiro then mimics him again, and once again, like before, his father's breathing has stopped working. Amazing. My son has the ability to cancel breathing. What does that mean? You'll know once you get older. Would you like to start training with your old man? Of course. We then flash to 9 years later to see a 14-year-old Tanjiro who now has a good handle on his anti-breathing. As in canceling other breathing. Today he is delivering charcoal to the villagers for New Year's, I believe it was, as he walks down the mountain helping other people with even more problems that have nothing to do with charcoal, but he doesn't mind it at all. However, on his way back up is when things got super bad. He had smelled blood, and the man from the original did not convince him to stay this time, as he rushes up the mountain to see the man himself, Muzan Kibutsuji. Tanjiro is shaking from the aura that surrounds him. It's cold and demonic, a presence that says don't move and don't think twice about it either, with eyes that would strike fear into anyone alive. Who is this? Tanjiro then gets a hold of himself using an axe running at Muzan. Pitiful. Muzan sidesteps him, then punches him in his back, making Tanjiro cough up blood. He then kicks Tanjiro on his chin, sending him stumbling. Damn it, I'm not done yet. He would then run back in just for Muzan to grab him by his hair and then say, I don't know if you're brave or stupid, but be gone, pest. He would then extend his fingernail and point it through Tanjiro's head, pouring blood just a little bit in Tanjiro's head because he assumed that's all he needs. Tanjiro would stumble and scream and yell in agony and pain. Damn it, fight him off. Damn it, I'm human. I'll never be a demon, ever. While Tanjiro is fighting for his life, Muzan assumes it's over as he leaves. While Tanjiro passes out, waking up into this red void where he sees this demon. Just give your body up to me, kid. Over my dead body. I can help with that. Tanjiro would then battle the demon, and the demon would try to crush Tanjiro, but Tanjiro, having amazing physical strength, would jump out of the way, running up the demon's arm onto its head, then jumping, kicking it in its head, defeating it. We then flash back and fade in to see Tanjiro awake about an hour later as he sees his family all dead, including Nezuko, as he begins to break down. He then notices, after a couple of hours of breaking down, he notices, wait, how the hell am I healed? He then looks at his fingers to see them being pure black with black fingernails as he goes into his ravaged and destroyed home to check a mirror to see himself with his now red eye and half black hair. What the hell? He would then fall out of this form, but would question what it was in the first place. As he starts thinking of his family again and begins to break down once again. Hours later, he eventually gets himself together somewhat after falling asleep for a while. He would quit crying, thinking that he is the only Kamado left, so he must live to the fullest. Tanjiro grabs a blade that belonged to his father that was an Ichin blade. However, in response to his anti-breathing, it starts to morph in shape as the blade becomes black and huge and much larger and longer. That whole sentence is a pause. He would then be a bit taken aback, but he decides that he actually likes it, and he carries it around on his back. While he's walking down the mountain, he hears footsteps in the snow. Damn it. He would then take out his blade, clashing with a demon slayer barely as he's getting pushed back. What the hell are you? What do you mean? Your presence is no human, but you're not a demon either. As I said, just what the hell are you? The water Hashira would say, confused. Listen, I don't know. I've been thinking about it myself. I think I'm a hybrid. Impossible. That's never happened before. He would then dash at Tanjiro again, thrusting his blade at his head, but Tanjiro would then barely dodge, then using his blade to defend him as he used blade scrapes against his. I'm telling you, I have control. I don't want to fight. Giyu obviously doesn't believe this and continues to try and kill Tanjiro, but after a while he realizes Tanjiro isn't even fighting back and didn't even look the least bit tempted at eating him or anything. Giyu then sighs and sheathes his blade. Fine. Let's say I believe you. Just what happened to you? Tanjiro goes on to explain in excruciating detail what happened to his family and how he met Muzan Kibutsuji. Giyu finds the family part relatable and is shocked that he came face to face with Muzan Kibutsuji and lived to tell the tale. He um he then says you need to master that demon side of you more. Also here. He then hands him a scroll with coordinates and he would then say, go there for more training. Maybe then you can become one of us and help fight against the demons. I'll try to explain your situation to the demon court members. Gi would then disappear. I guess I'll head to where he told me, Tanjiro says. Tanjiro begins to travel to where Gio told him to go, and as he is walking hours later, traveling, he comes across this cabin and smells blood. Tanjiro would then take his sword off his back there and run into the cabin, seeing the demon responsible as it attacks Tanjiro. Tanjiro sidesteps it, then swinging his blade vertically, sending the demon flying outside as it hits a tree. Remember, Tanjiro here has a lot of, he has fighting experience because he trained with his father. How dare you kill these people? You're dead. He then jumps to the demon using a slash, but an actual manifestation projectile of anti-breathing would cut the demon's head off. Tanjiro did not expect that, and he would then say, when could I do that? It might be my half-demon abilities coming into play. Very nicely. Very nicely done, Tanjiro. Tanjiro will hear a voice and then sees Orokodaki already knowing it's him, assuming. Come with me. We must train. You may be part demon, but I know somebody somewhat normal when I see one. He would then dash off and Tanjiro follows as once they get to the house of Orokodaki, Orokodaki teaches Tanjiro breathing stances and how to control his demon side over the months and his incredible physical strength that's even more enhanced due to him being part demon. Now with the breathing stances Orokodaki taught him, Tanjiro went on to create his own breathing, calling it anti-breathing, and it has about 15 forms. Tanjiro and Orokodaki would train for a year until Orokodaki leaves Tanjiro to somewhere, and he would then say he's leading him to somewhere. Where are we going? You'll see, Tanjiro. This will decide if you are able to enter the final selection. Are you ready? Yes, Orokodaki. Orokodaki, knowing that Tanjiro could easily slice a boulder in half, he would then say, you must defeat me. Tanjiro would then say, oh man, you're not making this final test easy, huh? Well, no matter. I'll give it all I've got. He would then speed to the old man, slashing at him, and Orokodaki would dodge, kicking Tanjiro, but Tanjiro would use his sword to block his foot and then kick Orokodaki back, sending him a few feet. Tanjiro then follows up, jumping at Orokodaki, and Orokodaki uses some water breathing, however, to defend, swinging his sword, about to slash Tanjiro. However, Tanjiro counters, saying anti-breathing, first form, Devourer, not only canceling Orokodaki's breathing, but slashing him down with the blunt part of his blade, so he doesn't get hurt as much. Orokodaki falls to a knee. Wow, you've even surpassed me, my student. Now go and become a great demon slayer. Become a Hashira. Yes, sir. I'll push past my limits and I'll exterminate Muzan Kibutsuji. Tanjiro would then run off to final selection where they pretty much dumped him off some mountain that's filled with mist and demons. The strong will rise and the weak will crumble, and that is how the ones who pass and fail will be decided. Tanjiro wandering around senses 5 demons in total, and they are surrounding him as he breathes in and out. Anti-breathing, second form. Chaos. As the anti-magic projectile energy will surround Tanjiro's blade, and another blade will manifest, being the demon slasher sword, if I'm not mistaken, as he would then spin, slicing his blades as an outburst of the projectiles of anti-magic will slash the surrounding demons' heads off like a tornado. Tanjiro would then smile, being happy to have a good handle on the breathing he created, as he then hears a loud thud as the ground shakes. and it shakes again and again and again and again until Tanjiro is staring that giant green demon right in the face who was causing the thud. You must be another one of Orokodaki's kids. That mask is very familiar to me by now. Tanjiro will be confused until the demon went on to boast of killing so many of Orokodaki's students, especially specifically these two children with masks that Orokodaki favorited. Tanjiro would then get pissed because Orokodaki actually had told him the story about it, and the demon is laughing and smiling with pure joy, remembering what he had done. Tanjiro would then get pissed as he yells, "That's it. You're finished now." As his blade is covered in anti-breathing energy, it grows as when he slashed down, he has split the demon and the mountains in two, as every other person in the mountains are shocked, and even the two little girls watching from a huge distance will see it, and they are surprised and impressed. Back with Tanjiro, he now feels completely satisfied at killing that demon because that demon did not deserve to live in his eyes after boast of killing people like that because the demon felt no remorse about it. So why should Tanjiro? Tanjiro will then return to the starting place, and the ones who come out, of course, have passed, and the ones who come out are the ones who come out of canon. They are then instructed by the little girls to wait for their uniforms and Nidichi blades. However, all Tanjiro has to do is wait for his uniform because his blade, although it might not look like it, is a Nidichi blade. Tanjiro returns to the home of Orokodaki waiting for his uniform days later, and his uniform finally arrived as Tanjiro is very, very happy. He puts it on immediately and then bows to Orokodaki. Orokodaki would then say, "You'll be off now?" "Yes, I've been given a mission at a town to the northwest. Thank you a lot for all of you teaching me. Seriously, I'm truly grateful." "No need to. I helped you because I wanted to help you. Now go." Right. Tanjiro begins to travel to the location of the mission, and it takes him a couple of hours or a day or two to arrive at his destination. However, once he arrived, he heard many whispers of young girls disappearing. "Did you hear of the most recent one?" "Yes, it's very tragic. I hope she is found." "That's unlikely." Tanjiro would then find Kazumi, and then he would walk up to him. "Tell me all about what's happened, Kazumi." Kazumi was going to explain as his fiance was kidnapped, and Tanjiro would tell him exactly what took his fiance or his girlfriend, I believe. And Kazumi fears for her even more, and even flashing back to when he told her parents the news, and his father would punching him while the mother would try to restrain him and crying. With current time, him and Tanjiro will wait till nightfall because that's when demons come out, of course, and Tanjiro smells away, smelling the footsteps of a demon. However, the scent would then start to pick up more and more, and Tanjiro would then speed off, jumping from rooftop to rooftop, whilst Kazumi is doing the best to keep up. Tanjiro checks where the scent is strongest and then stabs his blade into the ground as the demon will pop out of the portal, being angry as he would grind his teeth as him holding a girl that he had most recently taken. However, Tanjiro slashed him and took the girl out of his hands in an instant, and he then gives her to Kazumi, and the demon retreats back into the ground portal, thinking, what the hell was that kid? Was he a demon, or was he a slayer? Damn it. Tanjiro would then close his eyes, smelling him, as the demon is about to pop up, and he smells and senses there are three of them that actually are about to pop up, as he then says, anti-breathing, fourth form, demonic, as he then slashes with both blades down on the demons, cutting the hands of the demons completely off. However, the demons will retreat again, and Tanjiro will smell the demons come up again, and then he will use Devourer to make them retreat again. But this is what he wanted, as he jumps headfirst into the portal with the demons, and then saying, anti-breathing, second form, chaos, using the tornado-like ability to slash the demon's head off all at once. He would then come back up to the regular world, giving a thumbs up to Kazumi, but also a sad expression, and he says, I'm sorry, unfortunately I couldn't find your fiance. I failed. Kazumi, being sad, crying, would say, no, it's not your fault. You've done all you can do, and at least it's not going to be any more little girls disappearing. Kazumi damn near breaking down at this point. Tanjiro knows he needs space, so he leaves him to grieve, and while Tanjiro's leaving, a crow flies onto his shoulder and tells him where to head next. There's been some rumors of demons lurking around there. I just got done with a mission. Jeez, can you give me a break? Unfortunately, I can't. Now go. Tanjiro sighs, traveling to where the crow told him to go, and hours later he gets there, and as he arrives, he buys him some food. And while he's sitting eating, all of a sudden, he drops his dango stick. It's him. It's that scent. Tanjiro then speeds through, running through the crowd, moving everyone out of his way, getting to him at all costs, grabbing him by his shoulder as the man himself, Muzan, turns around. As he is about to draw his blade, he notices the kid. As Tanjiro is about to draw his blade, being having pure rage in his eyes, he sees the kid in Muzan's arms, and she says, "Dad, who's that?" Tanjiro is confused at first, but then catches on that he's been posing as a human the whole time, and he's been tricking these people. He starts trembling with anger. "You bastard," Tanjiro would think. "You won't get away with this." Muzan would then slash the back of somebody's neck, turning them into a demon slowly but not fully yet, as to get rid of Tanjiro. And as the man he had slashed goes to bite someone, but Tanjiro speeds to the man neck, chopping him, and before he could eat anybody, he's stuck on what he should do next. Out of nowhere, these flowers, however, come and surround him and the man and the unconscious man as he smells two demons. What? He then looks to see Lady Tamio and Yushiro, and Tanjiro will blush at Tamio. "Wow, you're beautiful." No, this will not be the ship. It's just gonna be a Sister Lily type thing, and because I think that would be funny. Tamiya would thank Tanjiro before Yushiro will get annoyed at, and Tanjiro says, "You two are demons, right? But I can tell you're more like me than anything." "I see. What exactly are you? You don't seem to be demon or human." "Well, that's because I'm both." Tamiya will be taken aback, saying it's never been a hybrid before, and Tanjiro says, "Yeah, that's how everybody reacts." Tamiyo says anyway she's here to help the man, as she is a doctor, as she scratches herself using her blood, pouring it into a vial for an antidote, pouring it over the unconscious man's wounds, stopping the demon infection, restoring him to complete human. "Come, follow me. I'll take you back to our base. We must talk." And that's where I'll be ending off, guys. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. This is my first Demon Slayer. What if? So take it easy on me, and I'm out. Peace.